know you're wondering, huh? I'm here. Busy afternoon. But good afternoon all the same, and welcome to Talk on the Block. For the first few minutes, I'm just gonna open up the lines. Hello, talk to me here. Somebody's on the telephone. Hello. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm gonna open up the lines for the first few minutes here. So give me a call on 449-3095, 449-3096, and 97. I know there is something that you want to talk to me about. Here's your chance. Let's talk. Hello, good afternoon. Talk to me.
Hey, blessings to you, King. Blessings.
Yes, my brother.
I hope you had a magic quail. You missed a couple of it. You missed the TTV. No, you was there for TTV, I think. Anyway. Mr. Belday, it's me again.
Yes.
Matt, I'm listening to everything. I mean, apart from what we know that is going on, having to do with the guns missing at the armory, the guns found on the port, and police and everything go and take thing and playing, making political mileage. Matt, the corruption is so profoundly entrenched, Matt. The people becomes immune. They're numb. Matt, people are in shock and awe. They cannot believe that level of brutality can be brought to bear upon them. They are stunned, Matt. They really do. They're astonished as well. What is happening in that little blessed land once upon a time that used to be a paradise, Matt? That's what corruption can do. They say power corrupts absolutely, and absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, Matt. And nothing is going to become out of that. They know they make a boo-boo out of it, but the U.S. is watching them. Thank you.
Thank you, too. It's 1:17 in the afternoon. Talk to me. Hello.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah. I just want to bring to your attention, when the police commissioner was describing the stuff that they found in the barrel, I heard him mention about a submachine gun magazine, but I never hear him mention about a submachine gun. So that means that submachine gun is on island. So we have some big guns on island, so you were just bringing the clips for that machine gun. It's sad, man. I hope the officers and them do something, investigate deep into that and find out where this thing. We don't need that in our beautiful nature island, my brother. Thank you and have a blessed afternoon.
Have a blessed afternoon. I guess from my reports, we may just be scratching the surface, huh? Hello, talk to me.
Matt.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you and to your listeners. Matt, I sat and I analyzed things, and I'm saying to myself, the custom people is protecting somebody outside there. That is my belief. That's what.
Why are you blaming the custom? I think it's the police who stepped in. I mean, it should be a custom case, but why are you blaming the custom?
Not the custom, sorry, man, the police. Thanks for the correction, the police. Because if a barrel come out, you travel, you have relatives overseas from time to time that send barrels to you. You know for a fact that your barrel cannot open unless your document is in order and you are present. It's not to say somebody send a barrel for Matt Peltier. Matt Peltier is on Q95 and they open the barrel and they bring the barrel to Matt home. It does not operate that way. The question that arises is, there must be a name on the barrel. Who is that name? Why did they... Excuse me?
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, what I'm saying, there must be a name on that barrel, Matt. And why was the barrel open in the absence of the owner whose name is on that barrel? And why they went publicly with that? I believe that they are protecting somebody, Matt. They are protecting somebody. That is what I believe. That is what my mind is saying to me, and that's what I will believe, Matt. Because if they really wanted to know who was coming with the ammunition and the guns inside of that barrel, the same way they give the Prime Minister 24-hour security, they would have secured those ammunition and the guns. They would have given that barrel maximum security to see who is coming to clear that barrel. And based on that, now they would stamp. They send a message outside there to the individual that was hoping to come and clear the barrel in a way. Don't come. So they went there publicly and put that information outside. Somebody inside there is protecting somebody outside there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1:20 is the afternoon time. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt. How are you?
To you, good afternoon.
Matt, there are certain sequence of events surrounding this thing that is troubling. First of all, Matt, isn't normally the PRO that reports on those cases?
Yes.
Now we have the commissioner coming out. Secondly, Matt, we had this is part of a strategy to shift us from the electoral reform issue. Because I think what happened is the no election without electoral reform has taken traction in the global community. Therefore, to spin and take our attention away from that, they come up with this thing. So now we are talking about guns that were discovered in customs that the person who it was addressed to has not been there, yet custom opened it. Matt, we are not to stray from the fact that electoral reform is something that has been hijacked, our democracy undermined by no other than Anthony Astafan through his memo to the Prime Minister suggesting that electoral reform should not take place, because if electoral reform takes place, his winning legacy would be undermined. That means if there is electoral reform, there is no way in God's green earth that Skerrit could win an election in Dominica. And this is what this is all about. Detract us from electoral reform. But we won't be detracted. We will continue. Matt, shortly, I'll be coming up with a very serious article, Matt, on this electoral reform issue. Look for it. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mark.
To you, sir.
And how are you?
I'm okay.
Mr. Mark, I heard concerning that weapon there. I heard the Chief of Police, Mr. Daniel Carbon, saying, look how many guns they receive. And look now, 2 disappear, and they even disappear with bullets. But as a Chief of Police, you get a call. So I have information with me. So-called a barrel. You receive that barrel on the pot. That barrel enter in the police force. When you check how many guns. You mean to tell me as the Chief of Police now you don't supposed to have that under control, well lock and key, and so-called they have ammunition. You, the Chief of Police, you telling to the nation you losing free gun in the police station. What Chief of Police we have in that force? The Chief of Police have to give the result. It is on his account now to give to the public that free gun, how it managed to escape in that police force, because that was the responsibility of Mr. Daniel Carbon when he received that amount of guns, and right now with bullet and now missing free. That is Mr. Carbon to give us the response now. We are how those guns escape in the police force. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Have a pleasant afternoon. We're taking a break, and we're coming back after this.
The practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Caribs band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Pottersville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance. $70 at the gate. And VIP $140 EC. Caddis comes alive 2016 at the Pottersville, Savannah. The biggest Caddis bands in Dominica on one stage. And Miss Band featuring Caddis legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
It's now on Denver. You requested it and we listened. The government of Dominica and Discover Dominica Authority invite the nation to take advantage of the final World Creole Music Festival season ticket special. Only $250 EC dollars. $250 EC dollars. $250 EC. And they're available at Bullseye Pharmacy, Roseau and Portsmouth, Deepex in Roseau, ASI South City Grand Bay, Douglas Snack at Portsmouth, Pigs and Funds Roseau and Portsmouth. Offer ends October 7th, 2016. The World Creole Music Festival, where people meet. This advert was brought to you with the kind compliments of DJ Cell, the Extraordinary Network.
Good afternoon. I'm connecting with my good friend Cox out of St. Lucia. We just came back from hosting this Afro Houston Creole Music Festival. The first ever. A seed has been planted and I suspect it's going to grow into a very big show in Houston on an annual basis. Brother Cox, good afternoon to you, man. How you doing?
Matt, always a pleasure. I'm well, thanks. In the best of health, by God's grace, everything nice, man.
Nice.
How
did you enjoy Houston, man?
Oh my God, everything was so good, Matt. The highlight of everything was to see our Caribbean counterparts, us Dominicans and St. Lucians, together with all other persons that came to support, coming together as one. And as you rightly say, the whole idea of planting a seed over there, it was just an experience out of this world, man. It was beautiful. It was well spent, Matt.
Well spent, Cox. What did you discover about the Houston ladies?
Oh boy, one thing about Houston, everything in Houston is bigger. Bagay pligo Texas, before we bagay pligo. Yeah, but it was beautiful, friendly people, nice people, and of course we have people from the diaspora that's up there really representing, man, by Houston and Dayton by extension. Everything up there is just bigger in Texas.
It just goes to show when Caribbean people come together, you know, a lot can come out of it, Cox.
Beautiful, yeah. And I support that totally, Matt. One of the things I was on record saying, it's a pity that we don't always do it. I have this saying here in St. Lucia, the only time we come together is at a funeral or at a wedding. Needless to say, if somebody needs medical attention. But we yet to see that collaboration where we as Caribbean people come together and support each other. You know what I mean? In a manner that we should. After all, we only separated, by water. It's only water separating those islands. We are in the vicinity of 1 hour, 45 and 30 minutes from each other, And for some reason or the other, we've refused to come together and put one foot forward and say, we are Caribbean people and we're taking this thing forward. But having said that, Matt, it was very beautiful to see artists come together in the persons of Hunter, Sai, let me just big them up. And of course from St. Lucia we had the Invader,
not forgetting you, Matt, playing your role there, and yours truly. And it just shows, you know, and that was just two of the islands coming together, Dominica and St. Lucia. As anybody will know, Dominica biset lycée ou bakay interfere pi dese mounza, sa se bamba me pichilot.
You couldn't have said it better, man. Everybody's asking about your wife. How's your wife? Is she okay? Gracias.
Should I say, unfortunately or fortunately, she's alive and kicking, man. Iglesia is alright. Iglesia is doing quite fine for that matter. She's doing good. Maybe in the not too distant future, they will be seeing us over there. Maybe next year. It's just a matter of proper timing and making the proper arrangement. But Iglesia is doing good. The whole Check-a-Pesh cast, everybody is, you know, fine, thank you, you know. They could give, let me on behalf of all of Check-a-Pesh members say, pleasant good afternoon, bon après-midi, tout le monde, Check-a-Pesh bien, man. We just had a production matter, if I should divert a little, a production we call Vieux Nom Salah, you know, a young and a old, you know what I mean, and it wreaked a havoc down here. People really seem to enjoy that piece. But Dominica, we will be coming sooner than later, and we will definitely announce it, and matter as anything else, you'll be in the forefront there of those interviews.
You know that. We are always ready and willing to you know, engage your group there from St. Lucia. Again, it just comes down to the question of unity. We have to do it. I always tell people the politicians are not going to do it for us. We have to do it as a people.
True, Matt. Rightly said so, you know. And that is why let me echo what you just said again and reiterate. When it comes to taking this thing, it's a seed has been planted. It was nice to see that we have our Caribbean people living over there in Texas, Houston, and the Betong area, and they came out and they enjoyed it, Matt. Needless to say, the venture is a new one, and of course we're looking definitely forward for something even much bigger. I mean, with proper planning and more in-depth, you know, concrete planning, as I should say. We should see we having a product that, you know, others would definitely follow in one way or the other.
All right. Well, again, we'll be talking to you very soon. That's Cooks from St. Lucia. How do you spell Cooks?
Coaks. That is how it's spelled, Matt. The one and only. Always a pleasure, Matt. Like I say, it was nice working with you guys. And, you know, St. Lucians and Dominicans, like I have said previously, it's like brothers and sisters. You know, it's the older brother to the younger sister or vice versa. But we have this love for each other, and I don't think anything could break it anytime soon. So it's always a pleasure. Like I say, Dominica, my second home. Definitely. People will definitely see me. Unfortunately, Matt, because of prior travel arrangements, like I mentioned to you, I would be traveling for Thanksgiving, family occasion. So I probably, most probably will be missing. Would I be missing the Creole Festival?
I don't think you should be. I don't think you should. It's at the end of this month, not next month.
Oh, it's the end of next month. So definitely, so Matt, all works well. You should definitely be seeing me over there, man.
So what's the big story? What's the big story, Cox? I know you have your own radio show on St. Lucia. What is the big story in St. Lucia at this time?
Right now, Matt, unfortunately, is the attack. We have this incident that took place at one of our prestige Roman Catholic schools, the St. Mary's College. Yes, some hooligans, man, I'm so disappointed in that, but the guys went over there, tied up the security guards, and they really ransacked the school. It's the St. Mary's College, which is the Roman Catholic schools, only boys. They went over there and made a mess, Matt. Whatever they were looking for, I don't know. The only good thing that came out of it, the policemen got on site just before they were able to go. They have time to do the staff room. They are about to enter a third room. And, you know, the boys had to be sent home. Well, there was no school this morning, rather, because of the unfortunate incident. And, you know, it's really, 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 Matt, sad when, you know, young men could turn to such violence. One of the security guards is, one was released, but the other one is hospitalized because they need to be running some head scans. That's how bad it was. they hit him on the head with a shovel. It was not, but that is what, people are really disgusted about this morning. This is what's really hitting the airwaves there.
But would you say that crime is increasing among young people in St. Lucia?
I wouldn't say young people, because we do have the prevalence over the older folks too, but I would say crime generally, and it is the kind of crime, I would say, Matt, in terms of when you see criminals start attacking institutions like school, who play, that vital role in society. You ask yourself, really and truly, what's the purpose and what are we coming to? You understand what I'm saying?
And we had that discussion, Cox, I guess a personal discussion, as it relates to our young people and who's raising our young people when they come home at school from school in the afternoons. They only have the TV. We have to do something about this as grown-ups.
Yeah, definitely, Matt. I remember we have been there between you, myself, Hunter, Sai. You were saying, you ask yourself the question, and I mean, to Radio Land and all those persons who are listening, I'm saying, questions say, really and truly, when you leave home and you go to work, and those kids sometimes don't see you when you leave and don't see when you come back, what do you do to fill in that gap? And we just take a little step back. Even here in St. Lucia, we are talking about our Creole Heritage Month, which is October, and you have a temps, what it used to be before, Matt, our parents, our foreparents, what it was. You had to come home, and if you came home with an eraser, Matt, you had to say where it came from. And if you did not have a good explanation, you would have to return it. And you're not just returning it, you would get a whooping for that. And even on the street, somebody would see you out of line, and they would put you back in line. And we were saying we had the extended family, and by extension, we had the community raising the kids. But right now, you would talk to somebody and the parents would come and say, in other words, why are you even touching my child or talking to my child? Although you were correcting that child. So you saw right, Matt, when we went into that discussion, what we were saying really is, how far do we have to go? How far do we have to open our eyes and say, people, what, it's about time we go back to the old way of living. I'm not saying go back and cooking on the coal pots or carrying the water before or the work, but the responsibility as parents, we definitely need to go back to that. We made that joke when we were talking about how many parents even know where the kids sit in the classroom at the school.
That is a very important question, Cox. Many parents don't even know where the kids sit at school.
And which class, needless to say, which class they're in, Matt. So at the end of the day, you tell me, those kids, balance it off. Those kids spend at least minimum 8 hours with their peers, and we know what peer influence would do. And they're at home with you. It's true that they're with you, but when you walk in, and when you come and they are not there, and they come and you are not there, we try to balance the two. What influence will be the greater? And it's easier to do bad than good. So I believe, Matt, the bottom line is we need to put down our foot as parents. The responsibility still lies as parents to put our foot forward, and even that one day go to the school, even that one day sit with the homework, even that one day search the bags, you know what I mean, and show the love. That one day support the sports meet at the school. I think it would go a long way, Matt, if we could, because we already identify what it is. Let's show that love.
Let's show that love. Well, again, Cox, it was good meeting you in Houston, Texas, and I'm hoping, I just want to say hi to the guys. I know they are listening up there in Houston, Texas, and all the, like Dallas. Some guys are basically sending me text messages saying, well, if we knew. So next year, I suspect, a lot more promotions, and we'll get a lot more support for this activity.
Definitely, Matt, always a pleasure. I hope, just like you, I hope the seed that is planted, at least it will be germinating. And of course, for what it is, we will see a better show and a outcome, that is one to be, talked about. And we would have the second best Creole festival up there, Afro Creole Festival, Music Festival, Matt. Definitely, it was a pleasure. Same over here. Toujours un plaisir, Matt.
Toujours un plaisir. Nous que parler encore, man.
Ok, Matt, merci à chaque comédie. Bon après-midi pour tout Dominique. Bonne journée. Matt, always a pleasure.
It was good connecting with Cox there, Caribbean comedian there. Speaking of this big activity in Houston, and of course, some of the issues surfacing both in Dominica and St. Lucia as it relates to our children. $139. Let's talk. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, my brother.
My lollipop.
Hey, Sakafet.
I eat the Texas ribs and the baked potato, boy.
No, I had no time, man. No time. Maybe next time around.
Matt, let me tell you that.
Yes.
You see what Coke's telling you?
Uh-huh.
It all over the Caribbean.
Yes.
That parents don't want to train their children and put them straight. You understand?
Yes, that's true.
But look at that, Matt.
Who's raising our children? That's the question.
With all respect.
Mm-hmm.
Coke, I like Coke.
Yes.
But at the same time, we as a Caribbean people, we too like to adopt things from overseas. The Americans call their children kids.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired of telling us as a people, do not call your children a kid. A kid is a little goat. You understand what I'm telling you?
But it's something though, and I mean you'll have to admit that what difference do you think it makes by calling a child a kid or a child? Some people say different things. Others, I think, modern England, I think they say kid in America. It's a statement that's accepted, if you will, across the board. Won't you admit it with me?
Matt. Hello?
Yes.
Let me tell you. Okay, you have a goat. A goat is a very stubborn animal, Matt.
Uh-huh.
And then the mother is a goat. When it makes that small one, it is called a kid. A goat is a little kid. So why would you want to call your child kid when a goat is a little kid? I don't understand why.
But I'm asking you, just being very objective, do you think it really makes a difference?
It makes a difference because the tongue is powerful, man. Your tongue is a powerful thing. According to Bible, the tongue is powerful. According to what you say, your tongue, you'll condemn your children.
Well, you know what? I have to respect your opinion, and our opinions might differ. That's what it's all about. It's a democracy. It's 141. This is the talk on the block. What I mean, somebody says, Matt, no child thinks you're calling them a goat when you call them a kid. That's not reality. Hello, talk to me here, 142.
Hey, good afternoon, man.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I live in my faith, man. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
I feel held on for you good, man.
Yes, he did a good job.
I support the brother caller there, The difference is a kid is a goat. A goat is an animal. A child is a human being. Kalau kuis zafan kid, uka kyo tikabwit, low or tibet or tikabwit. When you call your child a child, you're calling the child the product of a human being. That's the difference, I think.
I don't know. Again, people's opinions differ. No child in this day and age will think that you're referring to him or her as a kid, a goat, when you talk to them. If you say a dog, then that makes a difference. It's universally accepted. 143, again, different opinions, different people. Hello, 449-3095. Hello.
Yes, Matt, good afternoon. Matt, this is me. Matt, do you know that unconsciously parents teach their children to accept abuse as normal? I'll give you an example. For example, you call your child a kid, but you say you love them. You call them a goat. You tell your child, oh, you're ugly. Oh, mommy or mommy, daddy love you. And these sorts of things, Matt. It means that it is okay because when a man is beating you or abusing you, and then he says, because I love you. But these things are teaching children to accept abuse as normal. And this is something that we don't seem to understand. I don't think we should ever try to even adopt anything American in terms of raising children. You remember some time ago you had this lady from the University of the West Indies on your show that was talking about children and discipline. And I think people got a little annoyed because I asked her, you have this westernized concept of raising children. We Africans come from a background of where a community, a village, raised the children.
But wouldn't you say, to broaden the discussion, were you educated in the United States?
No.
What about many thousands of Caribbean students that go to school in America? Would you say that you should not educate them there?
Listen to what I said. I said you should not grow your children based on American standards.
So why send them to school there?
First of all, Americans generally grow their children with nannies grow their children. They send them to school. School is their daycare. Nannies grow their children. What they do is they try to buy their children affection rather than develop affection. You have a child in a room with a game board or a television. That's how they grow up, in front of a television. They cannot interact with people. That is part of all the social upheavals you're having.
But I know that there are many American children, some people say kids, that have been brought up in the right way because, of course, they have the Caribbean background. So, what do you say to this? 145, hello.
Yeah, quickly, Matt. Word, power, and sound. Do not underestimate the power of the tongue. Consciously or subconsciously, Matt. Do not underestimate the power of the tongue. Matt, have you heard the news, Matt?
What's the news?
On a fact-finding mission. Finally, Roosevelt Skerritt disclosing he's leaving Dominica on a fact-finding mission. Matt, how many years you, Carlisle, and everybody is begging for us to know the whereabouts of the Prime Minister, Matt? Matt, what
about the expression better late than never?
Matt, if you're late, you're late. You cannot be never. You're late. No excuses, Matt. And I'm just saying it's a bit abusive. It's just like this all you're hearing about somebody representing the Prime Minister and his out of state. So where they acting? So the confusion they're creating in the minds of the people. They know that the people are onto them, Matt. So they come in with all kind of psychological ploy to further dumb down the people, for the people to be more foolish. But Matt, people are waking up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our people need to be educated about the expressions. Somebody's saying there. Yes. About the word expressions with regard to certain phrases. Okay, I think they're just referring back there to the discussion we had earlier about, calling the child a kid. Hello. I would be surprised if we have a few calls from the USA. Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
My brother, how you doing?
I am okay, and don't do me a favor. Do me a favor. Don't talk over me and cut me out. Let me ask you a question. Why you want to shove down what people don't want down their throat?
I am not shoving down anything. I'm having a discussion. No, you're making noise, and I'm not making noise with you. Everybody has a different opinion, and you have to respect that. So be my good friend. Go ahead.
I am not making noise. You have a dictionary. What's the definition of kid? A kid is...
We have accepted that a kid is, from a goat. We have accepted that. But universally, it is accepted that people, may be wrong, call somebody a kid, a child, a kid. I'm not going to have an argument with you about this. We know, everybody know what it means. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt.
How you doing?
Yeah, I heard it was on our news about the school guys and the police.
In St. Lucia?
It wasn't in Dominica.
No, it was in St. Lucia.
In St. Lucia, and it was sad. It happened here too. It happened here with some officers and school children. I thought they said it was Dominica, but you know, we had, I don't know if in the other Caribbean countries, but we were told not to hit our children. When you hit them, you abuse them. But if I can't hit my child, it can't live at me. It have to go with the authorities who say they're abusing it. And if when children school children or school, I can't call them children, call them is make a whole of police and beat the police. But what could you say? But I know if any of them was my kids, they would have to be punished, and they would have to punish her, or they would have to go to reform school.
Thank you very much. Somebody says, man, nanny is a wealthy people thing. It is not the social order of America. Tell him, tell who? Why is he in America when everything about America is wrong? 149, hello, talk to me. How you doing? Oh, God.
But
yes.
Have you heard people calling their children Tungkangs and Tungkulungs?
No, I haven't.
Tungkangs? What is Tungkangs? That is even in a calypso, Tungkulungs. And that is said in Dominica to a great extent. Tungkangs and Tungkulungs. A child cannot understand that. You know, and you know a goat is a very wise animal.
Mm-hmm.
A goat is a wiser animal than a sheep.
Somebody's just reminded me, universally, we accept or refer to ladies as chicks. Huh?
As a kid.
No, I'm saying sometimes we refer to ladies, women, as chicks.
As chicks, right.
So we're going to make a noise about that?
That's chicks. That's my chick.
Oh, well, look a nice chick or sexy chick.
Yeah, and everybody, women refer to men as chicks. Men refer to women as chicks. So what is the big deal about that?
I don't know what is the big sin. I really don't know. 14150, hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon. Matt,
oh boy.
Matt, when I was growing up, I remember my grandfather telling us, "Cab with say your salad bet." And his reason for saying that was, he say, "Oh, mama cab with cafe or tea cab with koi fini fe tea cab with la limute mama." Have a nice one.
Never heard it that way. Thank you. Matt, Mr. Scarrett is traveling in his capacity as head of CARICOM. He is bound to disclose his whereabouts in that regard. Thank God for CARICOM. We can get to know where our leader is. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, that's just one thing I wanted to say about the caring of children after school.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and I've always been, when I hear people talking about it, I always say to myself that the only solution, or one of the best solutions to that, is to keep the kids at, well, there again I'm saying kids.
Until 3:30.
Keep the children at school until 3, or even 4 o'clock when the parents are coming out of school.
That is a good suggestion.
You know what I mean? Because the fact about it is that we can look at investing into school feeding programs, all right? Because that is how, but I am sure you had schooling that way.
Yep. Until 3:30.
Until 3:30, right? So the children who leave school, who get to school at 1 o'clock and go home, and the parents are at school wondering, even getting a migraine headache, wondering what is my child, what are my children doing? So the best way, and I think the government has to look at it, and the technical people, educational people, to look at it and reinstitute whole day school for primary, from kindergarten all the way up.
And it'll give the children a chance to do their homeworks at least. At least they have some supervision there.
But you see, Matt, when they get to school at 4 o'clock, what are they going to do? Watch TV? They can do their homework. Have an afternoon, relax for a while, get up and do their homework. This is what happened before. And children learn. And it will in fact remove all the stress and doubts from the parents.
All right, caller, thank you very much. Good point there, significant point. What do we do with our children when they leave school at 1 o'clock? Hello.
Hey, Matt, that was a serious and significant point there.
Uh-huh.
But let me go a little further. There are schools such as Convent that would have after-school programs.
Yes.
But that needs to go across the board. It needs to be mandatory for other schools. Because you have where a lot of children leave in school and they only saw their parents maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, or never saw their parents, and then they go back home and never see their parents again. So there has to be some mandatory something put in place to engage the children in an after-school program from 1 to 4 o'clock or 1 to 3:30, because at convent, it is something that's in place. I pick up my daughter 4 o'clock every afternoon.
We need to get this. We need to get this and discuss this with the high school principals. If we can put together a program, find something to do with the children in the afternoon. Hello. Yes. Voilà, man.
Oui, man. Il même bagaille là. Il même bagaille là, man. C'est comme ça hier.
Thank you. I was speaking of the finance man. I don't think you're calling me a fool when you say I'm your chick, huh? Interesting. Hello, 154.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, the caller that was back and forth with you about calling the children kids. I do believe in that. And the reason why I say that, a lot of our people not really realize things are going to our mental subliminal. And listen to this. You see all the Disney characters that, a lot of the Disney characters that our children watch, I have the DVD of it. They first start drawing those cartoon characters with a man's genital parts or a woman's. Trust me. And why would somebody do that? Because they know it's subliminally. It goes into the subconscious.
Well, why do you refer to your friend, a woman, as a nice chick?
Well, and we shouldn't be using that.
But you do. You do. So why are you going to use an excuse for one and you can't talk about the other? Hello, talk to me.
Yes, my boy Lollipop.
My brother.
Okay, boy, you see what's happening now? Right, what is happening now is I am the man that have been calling all the time and talking about the children. So right now, we are in trouble because ever since they said, do not beat your child. And they told the teacher, you cannot correct the child with a rod. Matt, that is where it go wrong.
All right. And we're going to take a break on that note there. We'll come back after this, quickly.
From the Milky Way, a timeless treasure has found its way on every breakfast staple in Dominica. A delightful promise is being kept. And now, everybody is drinking Promix. Promix Full Cream Instant Milk. Morning by morning, give your family a refreshing start to a productive day. Promix Milk. It's pleasingly, teasingly, surprisingly delicious. Blends well with your choice teas, cereals, coffee, or all your family-friendly recipes. Promix. Good nutrition all day long. Promix Milk. Every mother's favorite milk. Taste the moments that take your breath away. Promix. Available from AC Shillingford and retailers island-wide. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
When you are just too tired of the heat, check out Progressive Cooling. Get your air conditioning units any size, whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential. They've got it. Your home appliances are not working properly? Progressive Cooling also specializes in fixing refrigerators, ovens, fans, microwaves, and televisions. Progressive Cooling will fix it back to that good as new condition from Capuchin to Scott's Head. Progressive Cooling, located at Monbruce, will find you. Call 448-6980 or 613-3176. Progressive Cooling, so cool.
Okay, let's take another phone call. We'll take about two more and we'll wrap it up here on Talk on the Block. We just opened the lines this after. We had a very interesting conversation. Spoke to my guy there from St. Lucia, comedian and media personnel out there in St. Lucia, Cox. Very interesting discussion. We'll continue. Hello. 449-3095-96 and 97. This is the big station. Hello.
Hey, Matt, it's me again. One more time. Matt,
yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, I can, as long as I live, I will never forget the words of the late Pierre Charles. Dominicans wear their ignorance like a badge of honor. I made a statement, Matt, that I would not grow up my child the way Americans grow their children. Now, this guy is calling, or whoever the person is,